Hello, this is Jacob Lewis at Blue Lotus Media, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about picking out color schemes and show a couple tools that I like to use. So the first one I'm going to show you is called Peloton.com, and it's a great way to select different color schemes. You can choose between monochromatic, you can move this around, get different options. You can do triad, so 3 color options there, or tetrad, so we got the 4 colors. Or we can do freestyle, and gives you a lot of great options. You can also, as you can see, if you hover, it'll tell you the hex code, so you can use that in your web development. And you can share the palette. Now this is really cool because if you copy this URL, this palette is available indefinitely. You can just return here and view this color palette at any time. And if you click in here, you can actually, well, you can randomize your palette too, which is pretty cool. So you could do similar or different variations of what you already have. You can also go in here into visual simulation, and you can simulate what it would be like to be colorblind, desaturate. You can do gamma simulation or web colors, so it's limited to 216. Now, there's another cool thing. You can go to examples, and you can see your color scheme in action in different kind of mock-up websites with Lipsum as content filler. Now if I go here to artwork, you can see examples of your color scheme with these different kind of shape generative patterns, which is pretty cool. You can see kind of, how your color scheme would look in different situations. You can see it even in animation. So that's really fun. You can even randomize it from here. So this is a really cool way to just come up with color schemes that you like. The next tool I wanted to show you is Adobe's color.adobe.com. And this is a really cool tool as well. It has some similar options. You have your monochromatic, triad, complementary, compound, shades, and custom. And you can drag these around. You can set your base color. You can move each slider around to modify your colors. You can enter in your own hex codes here. You can bring down more options here. And you can even grab colors from an image. So if you import an image, I'll just pick one at random. So now it's gonna randomly, you can place these wherever you want and just grab the colors out of any image. So that's really cool. And then you can save it, and it goes right into your Google account. So you can use these colors. If you own Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, you can access these colors directly from there once you save them. And you can also explore other people's color schemes, which is cool. So if I click here on Explore, you can see tons of people's color schemes that they've published publicly. And if you like one, you can thumbs up it or comment. You can save the color scheme to your own account and give you some different options from there. So today I was going to make a color scheme for a client, and I know that I want blue, green, purple, and gray. Now gray is a neutral color, so I could just leave that out and go for the blue, green, and purple combination and find one that works. So, you could go about this any number of ways. choosing different settings here, moving them around to get more scientific color combinations than you might just sampling colors randomly or picking them by eye. So it's kind of fun to experiment with. Here we go, let's see. And then you can drag these sliders around. So if I want to change that shade of purple, I can experiment with that. Now it's changed the base color, so let's bring that back. Just about finding the right balance. You know, you could try different ones here, so let's try complementary instead. So we've got our blues and greens, purples. All right. I don't think complementary is working because some of these colors aren't considered complementary. But if you just fiddle around with it, we can come to some cool options. So earlier I was getting some good results with the analogous. So just moving these around, checking out different possibilities. That's kind of cool. I mean, that's a little pink. I could tweak this though. Then I could tweak this green to make it more green. Could tweak this one to make it more purple again, or more blue, and that one becomes purple. It's a little hard to control. It's a little bit, you know, it takes some getting used to. But with a little bit of practice, it becomes a very useful tool if you're going to use this color for a website design or some kind of illustration work. Highly recommend playing around with this. Now let's try making a color scheme in the other one. So you can just drag these around. This adjusts the hue and the shadows, shading, the highlights. So you can also hold Shift, or which one is it? Control, Shift, or Option. Let me see. I'm going to choose a different one here. Oh yeah, if you hold Shift, you can move the shades individually. That's what I was... So just exploring here, getting warmer. Yeah, I kind of like that. So say I want to save that, I can just say, well, you can go to export. There's a lot of cool options here. You can save it as CSS, SAS, whatever. You can also save the color swatches. Sometimes I'll just come over here and screenshot this. The way I'll do that on the Mac is just holding Command Shift, pressing the number 4, and then I can click and drag, just grab a screenshot of this whole thing. You can also export a PNG or other image files. And you can see all the different color combinations possible with this color scheme. So yeah, I hope that's been useful to you. I think I'm gonna maybe tweak this a little more and then go with this. Maybe we'll go with that. Let's make this more green. The purple and green balance right. Okay. Hope you learned something from that. We're gonna share this palette. I'm gonna save this link here into the project notes so that I can access this color palette at any time. All right, thanks. And until next time, I'm Jacob Lewis. Check out my portfolio at bluelotusmedia.com and let me know if you'd like any assistance in designing websites or graphics.